Alright everyone, it's time for Occult Literature, video number 211, Mystics of the Renaissance by Rudolf Steiner, of course originally in German, translated at the date of publication. Link in the description of my edition of this work is on Amazon, second and third links to my books, blogs. I think this is the third Steiner work, and I think I've got a couple more that I've got to edit as well. I'm branching out and doing more of the theosophical side of stuff at the moment. Because I'm interested in having a bit more of that literature available, especially Steiner and Besant. Those are the two most interesting, and Leadbeater, I would say, is a third there. Sinnett and some of these others a little bit less, Voigt Kuhn and some of the other thinkers within there, Blavatsky. Most of her works being well over 1,000 pages. A little bit different formatting, if you know what I'm saying. This is a full-length work, and what Steiner has done is analyze material from other people. That is, specifically from the Renaissance period, although there's a little bit of an aside there. He's talking about people like Paracelsus and Agrippa and all of these others. And essentially the number of things that he's analyzing is a range of things. The main point is the interplay between man and divinity, the God or divine power, whatever, enlightenment. That's the main sort of topic of this work throughout. He then, though, drags in a lot of subtopics like the nature of divinity itself, its form and function, mortality, the nature of what it means to be, essentially, good and bad. All of these different philosophical and spiritual topics are covered. Going on through, I think there are about a dozen different figures that he speaks of. And also, he drags in secondary material in his analysis from Eckhart and some of these others from the latter day, the more contemporary period, where he's overlapping that with what was said in the more ancient sense. And some of the stuff he agrees with, some of the stuff he doesn't. He makes some asides, like that. I believe it was Paracelsus sometimes had a weird, warped sense of humor, kind of crude, and he would, basically confuse people by saying something, and it was tongue-in-cheek, stuff like that. It's an interesting work overall. This is one of the works that was like maybe more popular, because I remember I edited a booklet only a few weeks ago that spoke of Steiner. It was a booklet on occultism in general from a more Christian occult perspective, saying, well, Steiner didn't prove this and didn't prove that, he's got some problems, but his analysis of other philosophers is fascinating. This is his analysis of other philosophers in the most strict sense. In fact, it might have been this very booklet that was being spoken of, which would be hilariously ironic since I obtained them both at the same time without reading either. A little bit of memetics there, maybe. I enjoyed this work greatly. It's interesting to hear sort of the analysis of, especially Paracelsus and Agrippa. Those two really stand out as the most interesting. So again, link in the description of my edition of this work on Amazon, second and third links to my books, blogs. If you're interested in Steiner's work, The Occult Significance of Blood I've released. I've got a couple of other Steiner booklets that I'll be releasing. These ones are shorter. This one is a full length. Most of them, though, he did a lot of shorter lectures that are, 30 maybe to 60 pages or thereabouts. That's about all. Peace out.